Being the spiritual girly made me feel really powerful. And that's why it was one of the hardest identities to drop. I spent years doing tarot and astrology. I had the certifications, the language, all these like fancy tools. A lot of people were coming to me for answers for readings. And there was a lot of truth there for me. I loved doing readings. I remember the last time I was doing readings on TikTok and it felt like I was cosplaying. And that's when I really had to sit and be like, what am I doing? It's weird because I put so much time and energy into shaping this identity of mine. I'm like, okay, I know how to do this, but I don't want to perform her anymore. And I think that's the part of outgrowing an identity that we don't talk about. Sometimes the version of you that you're outgrowing isn't bad at all. She's becoming successful, she's growing, she's recognizable. People were starting to understand her, but I just wasn't living there anymore. Doing readings had me perform this softer, more digestible version of myself. And I know that's super weird, but that is what was happening. While I was kind of this soft girl reader, there was this version of me trying to come through that wasn't being expressed. And it brought up a lot of frustration. I've always been kind of more weird and unconventional. I love to speak about things that people don't. And that was a version of me I felt like couldn't fully come through when I was this spiritual girly. I wanted to start making art. I wanted to do comedy. I wanted to be a walking contradiction. And over time, I started talking about spirituality one day and then questioning it the next. And I think this really confused a lot of my audience. But really, I just didn't want my entire existence trapped inside one identity. So I didn't walk away from spirituality because I think none of it is real. I left because the identity that I built around it was no longer honest. There was a lot of grief in that. And I was like, where do I go from here? Who am I now without being this version of myself? So I stopped doing readings. I started to experiment and play and allow all these other parts of myself to come through and express themselves at their own pace. I lost followers and I'm still on that path. I am still just a girl who is trying to express these aspects of her that want to come through because it's not about really attaching to one identity. It's all about just becoming a safe place for all aspects of you to land. And that is what I'm here to share.